Hi everyone, this is Hiba from My Little Journal, and today I'm going to be working in my Traveler's Notebook. This is the new Studio Calico Full Hearts Traveler's Notebook Kit and the stamp subscription. This little one is actually an add-on, and the stamp subscription works really well with this little collage. And what I did was I measured my photos to fit into those little boxes. So I used my pick frame. I get a lot of questions about how I create my collages, but I do have a bunch of tutorials here on my channel under tutorials in my playlist if you want to check it out. But I'm just going through the pattern paper in my Traveler's Notebook, and I'm trying to find the right one. I really love this delight in the little things, especially that I'm documenting kind of our everyday moments. So I thought it just worked really well. I'm going to go ahead and trim out my photos. Now, this is the big mistake I did. I wish I didn't trim them out and just trim them into columns. That way they're still going to fit, and I wouldn't have had a hard time sticking them down to my little box collage. It was just a pain, so I definitely recommend leaving them in a column and just adding them or backing them up with the collage. But anyways, you live and learn. I'm going to go ahead and stamp out the box with the collage, and I'm going to start by kind of trimming out the centers of these boxes. I'm only trimming out the rectangular side, and the squares, I'm going to keep them intact because I want to stamp in them. I'm going to use the subscription stamp set to fill those out. So all I'm going to do is trim out the rectangular section and then back them up with my photos. And you're going to see how I have a hard time sticking down my photos because once I trimmed out the rectangular part, there's not a lot to stick down your photos with. The backing was just really, really thin. I could have definitely backed it up with a sheet of paper and kind of stuck down my photos on there first, but I didn't think of that. It's okay. Like I said, you live and learn. So what I decided to do is to add my tape on the box itself and then back up the photos. But when I came to trim it down, it was a hassle again. So it was kind of annoying. You can see me here. I skipped a lot of it because everything was sticking to my fingers and it was just not working. And this is where I decided, why am I using my trimmer? I should use some scissors because, again, everything was sticking down to my trimmer. But it's okay. It's not a big deal. I've learned my lesson, and now I know that I should have, when I do this again, I will leave them in a column. I'm going to skip this whole section here because I'm just kind of repeating myself and it's kind of boring. So all I'm going to do is kind of add the tape and stick down my photos in the center and then add that to my Traveler's Notebook. I'm going to go ahead and grab that subscription stamp set, the Full Hearts stamp set, and use the icons to fill out the boxes next to my photos. This stamp set has a bunch of different icons that you can stamp out, so I end up kind of representing each photo with the icon. So I'll stamp the coffee cup, a book. I'll also stamp scissors because one of those photos had me kind of creating little things like that. I love this stamp set so much, and the best part is it has words, so you can kind of stamp loving, drinking, and yes, and making. So it was a lot of fun kind of stamping out all the little icons with the words next to my photos. I love how the layout looks right now without anything else. You really don't have to add much if you didn't want to. Of course, I'm going to be adding some stickers and more stamping and things like that. But if you wanted to stop now, you could. It still represents, your photos and what you're doing with that beautiful title on the left. So definitely, if you want to keep it simple, definitely you can stop at this point. Now the stamp set has these large words. I think one of them said documented and the other says currently. So I decided to use the documented to add another title right above my collages. I'm going to stamp that right above that. And then I'm gonna grab one of the sticker sheets that came in my Traveler's Notebook kit, had the days of the week, so I thought it would be fun to add a few of those next to my photos and bring in a different color. Now, you guys know I love my 3 colors. I always start with 2 like main colors and then kind of build on that. But when I have black and white layouts, I definitely will end up adding a pop of color. So I decided to use these acrylic, no, these aren't acrylic, acetate hearts that also came in the kit. And I wanted to add just a couple next to my collages. Now, when I thought of this, I thought, oh, maybe I should trim down this blue heart at the top and just use 1/2. That was a mistake. After I put them through my Xyron machine, I didn't like the fact that I trimmed my heart because it didn't look like a heart if I had added it to my spread, trimmed off kind of in half. So I end up sticking it back together again. So that was like kind of a stupid move to cut down my heart before I even, stuck it down. But anyway, it's not a big deal. I was able to stick them back together again and it looked pretty cool. I'm going to go back to that sticker sheet and add a few more stickers here and there. I think this is a great way to brighten up my spread, like using this white speech bubble right above my title. It really helped brighten up the left side of my spread. And also using some of those pattern speech bubbles behind my collage, kind of tucking it behind there, really helped kind of add some of that black to my spread. But I'm not going to stop there. I grabbed a star stamp. I'm going to stamp it in that same blue as my hearts just to bring in more of the blue. But I'm still loving the sticker sheet. So even after I stamped my stars, I go back to that sticker sheet and add a few stickers here and there. I actually always recommend this. Make the kit work for you, not the other way around. And you're gonna see I love this little speech bubble, but it's too big, so I trimmed it off. It's not a big deal, it's just a sticker. I'm trying to make it work for my spread, and that way I can add it to my heart and fit into my layout really well. But that's about it, you guys. I'm just gonna finish this off by adding a few more stickers, and then I call my layout done. Don't forget, I add everything down in the description box for you. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye!